Hello, my name is Allison. If you haven't met me yet, I do adult gymnastics and I've been doing it for the last 3 years, starting at 27 and now at 30, trying to just find ways to be a kid again. I spent the past few weeks practicing the same skills, but today we really switched it up on a different surface. Well, first we'll start off by doing some cartwheel step-ins, back handspring step-outs. I'm really just trying to get into the movements here, really focusing on dialing in the body movements, staying tight, but we'll start to switch into a different surface like I mentioned here. And it's funny how changing one small thing can make something you've done a dozen times feel suddenly all brand new. And you can experience this when you're like driving a different car, presenting in a different room. Like a lot of these skills that you do in gymnastics are really similar to just like real world situations. So I realized I couldn't rely on my muscle memory here anymore of just like doing the back flips, the back tucks, the round off back handspring. So I really had to slow down here and just like build my confidence here one step at a time. If you don't know, gymnasts like to count their hurdles before they start their flips. And so there's usually a count of a 1, 2, 3 beforehand. And so that's what I was really struggling with at the very beginning and trying to get myself to like remember that these are the small basic things that need to be done. For the most part, I'm realizing a common theme. I really hate movements that don't let me touch the ground. So that's like back tucks and aerials. The skills I struggle the most are the ones that I feel like I have to fully commit to. The moment I like hesitate, I just stop. I throw my hands down. You'll start to notice that like it's just not the best. And I mean, you can feel these hesitations even in real life situations, interviews, relationships, public speaking. The moment you feel a little hesitant, you're not going to do your best self, right? So you got to train your brain to remind yourself that like, hey, I've done this before, or I can do this again. And fear is just something that's always going to be there. It's really just tricking your brain, getting that practice to really remind yourself that like you can do this. And it's one of my favorite things about gymnastics is like building that mental strength. So